All right. Fire them up! What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Genre of Your Life podcast, a show all about movies, TV, and the genres that define us. This is episode number 53. I am one of your hosts, Doug Jones. With me, as always, are my amazing co-hosts and three of the most wonderful people in the world. First off, we have the one, the only, the wonderful. It is Mr. Nick Johnson. How's it going, Nick?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. It's going to be a fun special episode. The boys are back, man. We're back, man. I can say
Yes,
life is good, right?
Hell yeah.
Back from his paternity leave. I'm kidding. He's not a parent. He's not a parent yet. Don't worry. He's back. Busy man, Chicago. It's the one, the only. It's the incredible. It's Mr. Joel Kindelan. How's it going, Joe?
Oh, funny. I'm not gonna be a parent at all. It's good. I'm happy to be back. I'm excited to get into our weird, funny, and deep conversations like we always used to, and to reach out to the people out there that enjoy our content. Yeah.
Yep. Yes, sir. And the ones that still call us not a real podcast, and you know who I'm talking about if you're listening.
You know who you are.
No, you are.
I was gonna say, man, you fucking. I'm gonna stop there.
And last but not least, he's back as well. It is Mr. Hollywood himself. It is the one, the only, the amazing. It is Mr. Moses Lally. How's it going, Moses?
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm no Hollywood, but I do keep it professional. So
I like that. Business card status right there. I like that.
Yes, sir. You're on your way.
I just found your new LinkedIn bio. I like that a lot.
I'm definitely gonna put that in my new LinkedIn bio, 100%. Yeah.
But it's good to have you boys back, man. We haven't had a full episode, all four of us, probably since I want to say like spring. I want to say like I know when Joel was on last, it was March. Moses, you were back on with us back in May for the Fall Guy. And we haven't had a full show, four of us, in a long time. So, man, the gang is back. And, I apologize to anyone, to all listeners, to our audience, too. We had a little bit of a sabbatical ourselves with 2 weeks off. I was going through some shit, too. Where I was 1 week was just bad internet because, we live in the desert, but internet was pretty bad. And also just, events going on left and right. So I do apologize for the delay in shows and episodes. But, again, we are back better than ever. And we have a lot to cover for you all the rest of this movie season, rest of the year. So we are just getting started. As always, my friends, you can find the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music, Amazon Music. Also have a full audio show on our YouTube page, youtube.com/Midway Avenue Productions. Whether you're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music, Amazon Music, YouTube, please subscribe, follow, rate the show. We want to hear from you all, both good, negative, even neutral. We want to hear from you. Your support, your feedback means so much to us. And to our Apple Podcast fans especially, we really need your help getting the 200 ratings on Apple Podcasts. Despite what people say, even though we've been told not a real podcast, we are a real podcast. I don't care what they say, but we do need your help getting to the Apple Podcast 200 ratings on Apple Podcasts, as well as growing our YouTube, because the more YouTube followers we get, as well as our podcast, Apple Podcast ratings, the more exposure we get to more events, more screenings, more events, more interviews, stuff like that. So the higher up we go for Apple Podcast ratings, as well as YouTube followers, we get to do more screenings and more events and more interviews and more coverage for you all. So we definitely need your help to this very day. We will always need your help. So please subscribe, rate, follow, share us with your friends, family, fellow podcast fans, fellow movie fans, fellow TV fans, janitor, preachers, uncles, aunts, family, whoever, guy in your complex, maybe the guy who walks your dog. We are guy who walks your dog. We definitely need your help getting to 200 ratings on Apple Podcasts, and as well as again our YouTube followers. So thank you all so much for the ongoing support. It truly means the world to us. And thank you all for listening. Again, we are just getting started, and we have a lot more in store for you all for this summer and for the rest of the year. Alrighty, my boys. So, as I mentioned, it's been a couple episodes since we haven't been all together, but I'm gonna fill you in a little bit. So right now, me and Nick have a bet going on for Deadpool Wolverine, which is coming out in 2 weeks. We have a bet going on of what it might hit opening weekend in terms of numbers. I'll give you our numbers right now. So Nick was very proud. I think Nick's on the money with this too, but I could be wrong. Nick said 150 mil. I said 185 mil. Moses, I'm gonna ask you, what's your opening weekend estimate guess for Deadpool and Wolverine?
How much did you and Nick say again?
So Nick said 150 mil, and I said 185 mil.
I think it's gonna hit around 100 and at least like I say 190 or 200 mil.
Okay.
Yeah, at least like I remember the first Avengers, which came out in 2012, hit around 200 and 205 mil opening weekend. I think it might hit the same amount, around there. Maybe I'm wrong because I know this is a rated R film, but at the highest peak, it might hit 200 and 205. But I'm gonna go around 205 and like 190. So yeah.
Okay, putting that down right now. I'm saving this for later. Yeah, because I know right right now it's 203 or 202 was Black Panther for the 3-day weekend. I know it did more on for I think it was President's Day that weekend. So I know Black Panther did 202, 203 opening weekend. You're right. Avengers 1 did 205. Infinity War did 257, and then No Way Home did 260. Now, of course, no one's touching this ever. Was Endgame was 360, which is fucking crazy. No one's touching that ever again. No one's touching that movie.
Nobody's
ever.
touching that.
I don't care. James Cameron goes in a fucking volcano. Like there's no one. No one's touching that fucking box office ever. So okay, so I'm gonna give you so Moses did that. All right, Joe. Estimate for a character that you love so much and you put me on a long time ago, Deadpool and Wolverine. What's your guess for opening weekend box office?
Opening weekend. Let's see. I'm gonna go 150 or 160.
160. Okay, I'm gonna put you at one.
A wise choice.
160. So again, just to recap. So remember, in the first one made, and again, this is only for 3-day week. I'm covering 3-day week, not holiday weekends. But the first one made 132, which is still the highest opening of a radar movie of all time, and that was 2016. And then 2018, Deadpool 2 hit 125, which is the second biggest rated R opening of all time. So no matter what, the movie's gonna beat itself. The previous two, obviously, and it's going to make the record for rated R. But the question is, to Moses' point too, is that this is a rated R movie. However, this is definitely a widely marketed rated R movie, and I think that even parents are going to be like, you know what, I'll bring it because it's part of the MCU. It's I do think that like people are definitely hungry for this. I think we all agree as fans of this franchise, fans of this character and Wolverine as well, that there's been kind of hunger for this, and it's been hard to believe. It's been 8 years since Deadpool 2, which is hard to believe. But there's just kind of this like special feeling that you're bringing back Hugh, stuff like that. So again, it wouldn't be surprised if Moses is right and gets that 195, $200 million mark, because I feel like there's a hunger for it right now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's also, you got the good marketing of Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman right now going to full overdrive. That like, I think we all, as movie fans and movie buffs, people that want to work in the industry, and also just fans of these two guys, that and also we're all pro theatrical people, that the theaters need this right now more than anything. Like the theaters need this very badly for the state of theatrical experience and for movie going, because again, if this does well, it doesn't matter again, superhero movie or not, we just need a movie like this to kind of how Top Gun did back in 2022 or even last year with Barbenheimer. Like we need an event film like this to go woof, and kind of just like come and kind of save the day, no pun intended, save the day, and kind of just like help the box office, because it's been fucking slow, unfortunately. And
yeah, I mean, I would say, I haven't. Forgive me, to people listening and everything like that. But Inside Out 2 came out, and that kind of already, saved the day. But this film this film, Deadpool 3, Deadpool Wolverine is gonna, help that even more. I think it kind of started off with, I'm not saying, Bad Boys 3 didn't, did an amazing, incredible job or whatever, but it kind of started off with that, with them kind of making profit with their film,
Yeah.
and then transitioning into Inside Out, and then with it making over I don't know, like I think it's at 1.2, 1.3 billion dollars right now. Inside Out 2,
crazy. How fast that did
so
too.
it's like all those kids, are they love Inside Out. So it's crazy how much numbers that movie basically had, and then you have A Quiet Place, which it's a horror
Killing it.
film. It's definitely is like A Quiet Place is my favorite. A Quiet Place Day One is my favorite. A Quiet Place movie, if that makes any sense at all on what I just said. And that also did pretty good because it made more money than their budget, which is good. So, but yeah, that's I just wanted to throw that out there too as well when it comes down to other films that are also making sure that that this industry is still pumping in blood and everything like that. So.
No, you're absolutely right. I'm so glad you brought that up, Moses. You're absolutely right. I don't want to discredit Bad Boys or Inside Out or even Quiet Place because I feel like it's those ones you don't think they're gonna hit. I mean, I think Inside Out too. We all knew it was probably gonna be a big hit, but I do think to your point that Bad Boys and Quiet Place Day One was that like those two weren't posed to be like these like heavy hitters, but to your point exactly, like they overperformed and that really helped out the box office and the movie going experience a lot because if those ate shit or like if those kind of just like did not do well, we've been like, well, shoot. I was telling this to Nick at the screening too at Bad Boys. I was like, this has to do well because not for even for Will Smith's sake, but for the movie theater's sake that is like this had to do well. And to your point too, it didn't make the most money as like Bad Boys, For Life did, but it still made enough money that like it still was a win. And to your point as well, Quiet Place Day One had the biggest opening of the franchise so far. And to your point as well, it made its budget back too. But again, I think it was. I think what people have been saying the past couple of months is like, oh, the theaters are dying because obviously like Fall Guy that that I know now me and Nick definitely loved. I think you liked it too, Moses. That movie that I think everyone loved that just didn't do well at all, and then they got put on digital like 2 weeks after. It was like, what are we doing here? And the movie that me and Nick both like, Bike Riders, great movie, already put on digital, and it's like, what are we doing here? And it's just like slow it down because now they're training the audience to be like, just wait 2 weeks, you watch on digital, save $40, and it's like, but no, you got to give these movies some time to breathe, and you got to give these movies some time to like go again. And I think me and Nick, you've been saying this whole time the past couple months that you and I like love a movie at a screening, and the next day like, oh no, it didn't do well, already on streaming, and you and I are like, well, fuck.
Yeah, it's insane. It's like the universe is like, since you guys like the movie, let's just have everyone else dislike it. Like it's like, well, I don't know if they're showing some sort of like alternate cut like after we see it or something, but it's really bizarre because it's like, well, what did everyone dislike about this movie? Yeah, I mean, or shit, maybe we just have it in our DNA to like movies. I don't know.
It's tough. I think, but I agree. I think it's just again, we go back to the idea of like, or get Furiosa. I think Furiosa did not do well at all. And Furiosa got put on digital way quick. And I think the underlying, the one gem that's been kind of like not talked about is Apes. Me and Nick saw Apes at a screening, and we thought it was really good. And it's been doing pretty well, but there's not a lot of coverage about it. To your point, Moses, that like these other films that were imposed to be these kind of like big heavy hitters are doing quite well, but they're not really given the same coverage as like an Inside Out 2 or like or Deadpool Wolverine tracking. Again, we're seeing it next week, Nick and I, but again, we're seeing it probably next week too, is that Twisters right now is supposed to be doing really well. Like there's a huge opening right now for Twisters. I'm hearing good things about the movie too, so like I hope that does well too, because again, it's also a very big budget movie, but again, if that can bring people in, it's just like, it's a good summer kind of like, disaster movie that it's still going to have the kind of like the pull, what I'm saying? Like we don't need I mean, Twister is an IP, I guess, at this point. It's not sequel, but it is a sequel. I don't know, but it's
I think it's a sequel.
sequel. Yeah, so again, that's what I thought too. But they're like, no, it's not a sequel. It's its own thing. And I'm like, so it's a sequel.
Yeah, it's the same title.
Huh? So, but again, I really hope that like it's why I feel. Again, I think in like, we see movies like in the Bike Riders or the Fall Guy or even like Argyle, Nick. They're like, "This movie's so much fun," and it's like no one saw it, and it's just like, "Oh man!" And like, "Oh, Rob, we're gonna put it on digital and VOD," and just like, yeah, but you're robbing people of that experience of going to the big screen and experiencing it. And I'm really glad that Nick, you've gone back now for the Fall Guy, you've gone back for Argyle, you've gone back for Bad Boys with with Kalen, and I'm really happy because again, like you're showing that it's still worth going. And then if I can go see a movie second time in theaters after seeing it at a screening with you, I would, because it's just that experience is still unmatched, and it still shows that like there's still interest. I'm having a hard time just seeing these like quick like, oh, call it a failure, we're putting it on VOD 2 weeks. It's like, well, no, give it time to like marinate, let it cook, let it cook, and
Right.
it's let it do. So I really hope let it cook. Like I really hope that this summer, that I think what people take away from this, especially people who are in charge, is that give these movies their time to like have an audience and build an audience too. Because if you're pulling them so quick, you're just going to be like, well, I can wait a few weeks. And again, and then you're missing out. Again, I get to a lot of factors too. The price of tickets, but especially in LA, the price of tickets, the price of concessions, obviously really go up. We're privileged to go to some screenings a lot. So like, I get it. But it's just like, even Chicago too with Joe. It's just like, it's just the factor of like paying for $20 for a ticket plus concessions, whatever. It's a pricey night, but it's, to our point earlier before the show started, is that times we're in right now is just shit's expensive, and that's how it is. So we'll see how well this movie does. I know we got a few weeks ahead of us, and again, for everyone listening, I would recommend come the next end of next week, early of the week after, get off TikTok, get off Instagram, get off Twitter, because everyone and their mom is gonna be spoiling the fuck out of that movie. It happened with Endgame. It happened with Infinity War. It happened with No Way Home. If you want to avoid spoilers for Deadpool and Wolverine, I'd recommend getting off social media for a hot minute before the movie, because again, everyone's going to these screenings, these fan events, and be like, "Oh my god, I love this part with when John Wick showed up with Deadpool and Wolverine." It's be like, "Damn it! Like I wanted to see that."
I was so mad with No Way Home, man. Oh my goodness. Yeah, stay off social media, y'all. Because that was ruined for me the day of, early morning.
Yeah.
So yeah,
no Way Home. Yep.
Yeah, No Way Home. It was a scene where they're in the little lab. I was like, oh, okay, I'll just go fuck myself then and took my phone away from me. I was so pissed.
Yeah, I'm coming home from the movies with Z, Kalen, and Nick, and I was like, "Oh, so great!" I go on Instagram, it's like, "Come on, man!" Like even like
that shit was like the next day. I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
No, I'll tell you a story that I can relate to. That it was like right when me and Nick were becoming part of the press list out here in AZ, where we saw Fast 10. You know a story, Nick, that like Fast 10, if you're a fan of that franchise, there's a big reveal at the end, post credits, that we were like, oh, no way. And the moment we got out to do our reaction, it was all over social media. So-and-so's back. And I was like, and me and Nick were just like, what? And we're like, and Nick was like, well, I'm so glad we saw it today. And then not seeing it tomorrow and be like, oh, just kidding. Like, there it is. And I was like, the timing of it was very weird, but I'm just like, what are we doing here, guys?
No, that was insane.
Like the moment you and I walked out,
bro, minutes after we see the movie,
minutes. We saw it on a Friday, and I remember we walked out, and I said, what? And you were like, no way. So it's just, don't spoil anything for anyone. Let everyone enjoy it. It's the experience of seeing, being surprised. Like, again,
like, for some reason right now, with everything, people are in this weird phase of everyone needs to know right now, or you
Yeah.
know what I mean? And it's just like it's okay if you want to become, if you want to post stuff on TikTok, if whatever, if you want to, and I mean just general stuff. I'm not talking about fucking movies. I'm talking about like, like if you like posting on social media, whatever, if you have a dream of, doing that, that's fine. But there are people who are on social media out of boredom
Hmm.
or to just doom scroll or to stay in contact with friends. There's a lot of people out there that love movies and love non-spoilers. Like if I watch a TV show, like TikTok has been doing this by like spoiling certain stuff about House of Dragons for me, because I once the show's done, I don't wait to see like, oh, next time on House of Dragons. Like I don't do that. I just end the episode there just because I want to see what's happening on the next episode. I want to have those expectations and stuff like that. So there's a lot of people out there that don't want things spoiled. They don't want the information right now. Like and it just seems like people don't care anymore. They're just like, whatever, fucking put it out there. Everyone needs to know. I need views. Da da da. And it's just like you're fucking so many other people over, to reach for that tiny bit of fame.
Yeah, but I remember. I think because we're all kids of the '90s, obviously, and I think I remember a time where, back in the day, if you like posted anything that like from like a handheld cam or like your phone camera back in like the early to mid 2010s, where you get flagged on YouTube, like nope, taking it down, and
Hmm.
right, like I remember like when the first Avengers came out, it was just like to try to your cam quality of like the first time they assemble it, right, and it was like removed. And I'm like, why can't we bring that back? We all this AI stuff now. It's like, why can't we just implement that to like remove stuff off of
Uh,
that?
that has to do with the right to like, because that has to do with like the ever evolvingness of what's it called? Copyright. The ever evolving rule of copyright, that some because there's a lot of YouTubers out there to like, oh, reaction. And so when there's rules like that, that takes away from their videos because it's just a small snippet of this tiny thing. I should have the right to post it. So all has to do with the ever changingness of copyright, like I said.
No, yeah, totally. I wish they brought that back. Sorry, I wish they brought that back so much because I feel like they.
Sadly, too many people abuse that power.
I know. I wish they brought it. I remember just in high school, it was just like cool. Like if I was about to say, I remember even when Civil War came out, I was like, they're showing the fights, and it was just like, nope. And it was just like I remember like people posting about it, like, nope, taken down, and I was like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, like they're good doing it. But it's just now, it's just like to your point, too many people are doing it. I don't know how you monitor, thousands up towards some millions of people doing it, but I just remember like, I was glad that YouTube was like doing shit about it. Like even Facebook was doing about it back in like again the early 2010s, like the mid 2010s. It was just like I remember everyone with like even with like stuff like in Comic Con when they released the first trailer of like BVS, it leaked online. They were like, nope, take it down. And like, or it was like Suicide Squad. It was like, nope, take it down. Then they released it eventually but like at first it was like they were so on it. It was like, hey, taking it down. I just wish that they could implement some kind of AI that they have now just to like, Men in Black that shit with the woof, the neuralizer that he has. It's like
The neuralizer.
you forgot,
I'm
like.
weak.
So I kind of hope that like we go back to that because again, it's just like again to Joel's point too. Even we all said No Way Home. It's just like, oh my god, it was great seeing all three Spider-Men together. It's like it just came out. Like the movie just got released. Like what are we doing here, guys? Let people enjoy it. I remember like even like when me, Nick, and Moses saw Endgame Infinity War in college, it was like we're not looking at anything. We're trying to go in as blind as possible. And I thank God we did because that would have been like someone just ruined the fucking movie for us. And it just you don't want to ruin the experience for other people. But again, we live in this era now. It's like TikTok everything. It's like no. No, let it breathe. Let it sit. Let people enjoy the movie. For damn it, but I know. That's how I see it. But all right, and another thing that we talked about on the show, again, I want to get, because Nick asked this the other day. We were at my house drinking a little bit. We haven't heard Joel or Moses' point of this, but Nick, I think we should ask them about their thoughts on the Superman costume, right?
Yeah, I would very much like to hear your guys' thoughts on that because I certainly have some opinions.
What do you think, Joe?
On the Superman, what?
The new costume?
I haven't seen it.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah,
What you been doing, bruh?
Working, my boy.
There you go. That's the answer. That's what I wanted to hear. Hell yeah.
Little trick question.
Hell yeah.
But
Hold on. Quick Google. Go ahead.
Yeah, look it up real quick, man.
Go ahead, Moses.
What were you about to say, Moses?
No, I was gonna say I've definitely. I've seen the new, Superman costume and everything.
Yeah.
I know. I just don't. Maybe I just don't know where James Gunn is going with the direction of this film. Maybe he's going more retro / futuristic kind of vibe. But the matter of the fact is that I don't know where he's going with the character. Like I wish it's like for me, just basically just judging it. I don't hate it and I don't love it either. I'm like in the middle. I look at Henry Cavill's costume and I'm like, why can't we do something like that and just throw on some, boxers on him, and everything instead. But it's like, I don't know. You compare. I mean, I hate doing comparison and everything like that. But you compare that with, Henry Cavill's costume in Man of Steel, right? The very first, Superman like suit. It's like you look at it and it's like, wow, you're like, that's modern, right? That's Superman, right? That's very clean. That's like that is like
sleek.
It's very sleek, right?
And
it's like the details. It's very the details are very much there too as well when it comes down to the costume. It's like you look at him, it's like, wow, that is clearly like an amazing Superman costume, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes down to this, it's like it's one of the best it's one of the best superhero costumes that I've ever seen. Like purely ever seen when it comes down to, when I saw the first time, So I hope that the costume matches the direction which he is going with the film, because if it doesn't, then the costume is just going to be off and everybody's just going to be like, well, this costume doesn't really match the vibe with the story that you're trying to tell here,
Right.
I like Mr. It's funny. I like Mr. Terrific's costume more than any, but like I've seen all the costumes, right? And I'm like, what the fuck? But it's like, hey, I've heard speculations, right? I heard that these costumes are not their own costumes, right? And also we haven't really seen it purely, on the trailer or even we haven't really seen it like in action yet. So there's that, but I like Mr. T's costume more than anybody else's costume, even including Superman's, Mr. Terrific's costume, because I saw that and I was like, yo, that's dope. That's cool. It's like sleek. It's dope. He has a jacket and everything. I'm excited for that costume. Once we see it, fully and everything, then the Superman costume. But hey, man, this is just me judging it based off what I've seen. I hope it's good because I don't want it to be bad, but yeah, I just hope it's good, because the suit fits him very much doesn't fit him like sleek. It fits him like he's wearing baggy, right? You know what I mean? You gotta. Anyways, that's just my opinions without seeing it, without fully seeing it in action yet. So yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm with that.
I've seen the pictures.
What you think?
It reminds me of mechanics like overalls. You know what I mean? Like car mechanics overalls. That I don't know the texture of the suit. It
Oh,
just
and I think I okay. No, I got you. I see what you mean.
yeah, the texture of the suit.
It'd be
I
like a
don't
thick,
hate it.
kind of like just one piece zip up in the front. You talking about like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 I don't hate it. I'm not big. I think it's fucking a little too bright. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? Like for the guy and everything, I think I don't hate it. I understand that James Gunn is trying to get away from the fucking spandex suits. You know what I mean? The fucking I just and like Moses said, what I saw, which is that might not be like the final version of it. That might be like a at home made, for like his mom made it or something type like suit, shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like a callback to the comic saying where it's like, I like your cape. Oh, thanks, my mom made it. Type thing. That could be a thing. I don't know. We're gonna see. I'm gonna have to see how it looks when he's in movement. That's my main concern because what I see is that it doesn't it if it fits him like his older brother gave it to him.
Mm.
Like it looks like the material's gonna move in weird ways during movies. Like it's not gonna look very comfortable. You know what I mean? But again, I don't hate it. I have to see it in action. I feel like for me personally.
I also don't. I'm not like. I don't really care for. I mean, I don't care. It's a harsh word, but like, I wasn't like kind of wowed by like his Clark Kent. I mean, he kind of was like fucking
Yeah,
Jack Harlow with
Mm.
glasses, and I was
he's
like,
and from what I can see in the pictures, he's not. No hate to this guy. Like I'm not trying. No body shaming. So don't But he's not. He's not. When I think Superman, I think muscular. You know what I mean? Like big
he's
ass.
You
built.
picturing like Henry
No,
Cavill, basically.
but I'm saying,
Yeah.
But to be
You
fair,
know what I
he's built.
he
mean?
did put on some size. This new
He
Superman
did.
actor, David Corenswet, he did put on some size.
He did.
Okay, but what I'm thinking of is just like big ass arms, at the least. I'm not like he has to be fully fucking ripped, but at least like big ass, like the arms are the things that are killing me because his arms don't, or maybe that's the costume, but I'm just not seeing it personally. Where you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when I think of Superman, think of him having like big ass arms. You know what I mean? That shows like his strength. Yeah, I not every Superman was ripped, but they always did have very big arms for it, and from what I'm seeing the pictures, his arms look pretty,
I
skinny.
I think when we all saw Henry Cavill like shirtless in Man of Steel, we were like, God damn. We were like, oh my
Yeah,
Yeah,
goodness.
low
Like
key,
we were
that shit
like,
kind of
what?
that set a whole new precedent, bro.
for real. Like I
Because it was
said,
like I never seen nothing like this in a superhero movie, let alone like ever. Like this dude was he was
he
gigantic.
was ripped. Yeah.
He was
I'm
insane.
not
Massive.
I'm not expecting because not every comic book Superman was like super ripped to like just toned like what I mean? I'm just for me it's his arms that I was like expecting to be bigger. You know what I mean? That was it. That was like Superman's arms were, can carry the world, when he took Atlas's place carrying the way of the world type shit. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
again, no body shaming. I'm this guy's in better shape than I have ever been. So you know what I mean. But that for me, it's yeah. But again, I have to see him in action. I'm
Be-
not
be-
gonna judge him based off that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to hear your opinion too, Nick, and everything like that. I do gotta say, right now, without us being it fully in live action yet, it's like it's giving, this is no hate, but this is just like, my opinion, very much like CW,
Hmm.
type of
Yo,
no
I
shade.
agree.
You know what I mean? Like
it
no
looks
shade,
a
very
little
much.
CW-ish. That's crazy. You're right, Moses.
CW and the CWs, that those Superman costumes be kind of looking fresh too as well a little bit. But this one is,
Facts.
but it's one thing I do got to say, their very first look, the very first pic that we saw like a couple months ago,
Yeah.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that look. It's like this is the picture you're gonna be showing us. Like the very first look, you're gonna be showing
Of him
us
sitting
this
down.
putting on some boots while there's a laser beam in the background. You know what I mean? I didn't like that
Yeah.
because the very first picture that we got with Henry Cavill, it's like you see this guy right in a small little town. You have the freaking, like the American flag in the background and everything like that, right? It's like, and you look at it and you're like, damn, that's fire, right?
Hmm.
It's like, wow, that's Superman in a small little town. You have a freaking, like American flag in the background or whatever it is. I was like, yo, that's dope. And this, it's like, putting on some boots and there's a huge laser in the back. That's it. But
Going to
hey,
Home Depot.
going home, going to Home Depot. I gotta give you some, I gotta give you some food. You know, hey man, you do what you gotta do. This is all love. It all comes through love because I love Superman very much. He's one of my favorite, superheroes and everything. So, Man of Steel is like one of my top three favorite films of Superman superhero films of all time. So,
Facts.
I just want it. I hope it's good and there's no judgments, and I just want it to be good. And I know James Gunn is not going to disappoint. You know, we'll see what happens. Nick, take it away.
No, it's funny. I got mixed feelings on the suit overall because I remember when it was like getting announced like, oh, we're gonna get a picture of the suit soon. Like James Gunn was saying that he was trying to pay homage to like every era Superman suit. And when he said it, I was kind of thinking to myself like, it kind of seems like you're doing a little bit too much there. Just pick like a basic design idea and then just roll with that. But like in my head, it's like I don't feel like you can like make it work if you're trying to do like everything all at once necessarily. And then like they released the picture of the logo and it was a Kingdom Come logo, but it had the Fleischer yellow outline around it. And I do love the Kingdom Come logo because I love the story, but it was like I was like, okay, cool. Like I'm really excited to see the rest of the suit now. Wow. Why is it Kingdom Come? But it's the first movie. That's interesting. Wow. And then they released that photo of the with the orb in the background. And it was like, okay, I got mixed feelings on the suit. Like I like the general like tone and vibe of the photo itself though. I think because I kind of like it. It's like he's Superman, but he's getting like suited and booted. I'm about to go throw some hands real quick and handle this. And I was like, okay, I'm fucking with the energy of the photo. I don't know really everything that's going on, but it looks cool. The suit looked a little kind of like, okay, I don't know about this. Like some of it looks cool. It looks kind of new 52 because you got the collar, but it looks like you got the trunks. And in my opinion, you can't do like the trunks and the collar on a Superman suit. It's got to be one or the other because otherwise it just looks weird to me personally. And then but like one thing I did like about it was like it looked like it was gonna be like practical, like you got to put all of the pieces on. So that like kind of that real world practicality of it, it definitely interested me. And just knowing that like it's not like necessarily a giant like onesie with the zipper in the back. And then like the set photos started coming out and you got to see a better look at the photo. And I like the colors on it. I like that they're all brighter, but I'm kind of like, like there's some stuff I like about it. Like again, like I like the colors, I like the that they're brighter. I like the logo that they have for it. And I like that the cape has like the yellow S on the back. But I'm like generally speaking, I'm like, I don't know, like the suit looks a little bit too baggy to me. It's got too many lines on it. Like it just kind of looks like it's too much going on. So I'm like, just basically just do like the new 52 suit or do like a more classic Superman suit, even if it is with the trunks outside. Because there was even like a leaked, supposedly leaked photo of David Corenswet, and he looked like kind of like the All Star Superman suit. But it looked cool though, because like he had his hair and it was like black and everything, and it was basically just like the regular Superman suit with the Kingdom Come logo. And it was like that would be interesting if that was the actual suit, and I actually kind of like it. And then comparing that fake photo to the set photos now, it's like, yeah, I do kind of wish that they would have went the other direction, low key. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe it'll look better in action. Fingers crossed it will, and hopefully the movie is just so good that I don't even really care about the suit. Or hopefully maybe this is like one of those kind of in between suits. And then like at the end of the movie he has the better, this is gonna be my really cool fucking Superman suit going forward in the other movies. So maybe something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, and we got. I mean, it comes out. I mean, we're bringing this up too. It comes out literally a year from today. So we're talking about this now on July 11th, 2024. It comes out July 11th, 2025.
Well, I'm counting down the days.
Count down the day. Yeah, that really good Oppenheimer countdown when that was going on.
I have one thing to add.
Of
Whenever
course.
I do gotta say though, I do gotta say that I love how they're going the practical route of shooting like a lot of this stuff on location.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I
They're
agree.
shooting on location. It's like
They're in
I haven't seen like film, like especially like superhero films or films that are very huge when it comes down to to like budget, right? It's like I'm glad that this movie is being shot on location, and that's really really dope. You don't I don't have to like try to like and like look the other way and try not to realize, oh, that's a green screen in the back. I can fully pay attention and realize that's not a green screen. They're actually shooting this. This was actually shot on location, and that's really cool. And I'm excited for that. So
No CGI mustache or anything like that.
Yeah, no.
What a travesty.
Yeah. Hashtag never forget. But to your point, Moses, you're right. I like that also. I'm also very surprised of like how many leaked photos are getting out of here too, because I feel like people are just walking by like, oh, look, they're filming Superman. Picture, 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 picture. And someone said on Twitter that day, it was like people are just kind of like walking by the set and just taking pictures. And they're like, go ahead. Like it doesn't seem like very as like tight knit as like to your point other superhero, other like big budget movies like this have been. So I kind of like they're kind of like they're not really hiding anything. They're kind of like, yeah, we're out in the open in Cleveland, just shooting away. So I was very surprised. Again, someone TikTok or Twitter was just like, I'm kind of surprised of like how people are just like getting something really great footage just like of just walking by of like the actual set. It's just not like closed. I mean, it's closed off obviously, but it's not like they're not hiding him really. They're not really like like hiding what they're doing. But it is cool to see that being shot on location too. I feel like a lot of movies recently that we see are like, or like even these big budget ones that just been using using green screen, blue screen so much to a point where it's just like it's getting stale and it's kind of getting just like repetitive. It's like, hey, keep it fresh, So yeah, that's gonna be a year from today, which again, hard to believe. It's gonna be here again. Nick said the countdown begins, but also just like whoa, like it's gonna be here before we know it. And I do think, as we said this before a few months ago, is that right now James Gunn has I would say the impossible task, because if it's a win or a lose, people are going to be angry about this whatsoever, because they want, again, us included, we still wanted Henry Cavill back. So he has the impossible right now of like, he has to kind of like deliver, because again, like, right now people are like, well, we didn't want him anyway. We wanted this. So, and again, we all can't have what we want, unfortunately. But again, it's just, he has a lot of baggage, unfortunately, with this movie, so he has to deliver. And James Gunn, I think, has been, I'm not like Guardians 2 as much as other people, but I do think he's been pretty, or even the Suicide Squad, but like he's still a filmmaker, he's still a good filmmaker. He knows how to like tell good stories. So when in doubt, right, have hope, right, Nick?
Hell yeah.
have hope. Nick,
On
what's the
my world, it needs
chances?
hope.
What's the chances of you getting this S on your chest after the movie comes out and you love it?
You know what? I would have to maybe get it on my shoulder or something because I'm like, I can't have two Superman
Can't have two S's
on my chest. I will consider it though. Like if the movie blows my socks off, I will consider it.
Yeah.
But it's got to be like next level though.
Yeah, just what you should do is just go down all fucking movie shows and like comic books and just get all the different S logos, man. Make one gigantic fucking Superman sign with them. You know what I'm saying? Do it like that.
It just combines all of them into one.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
A major S alert.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Never say never, am I right?
Yeah, that would be dope. That would be dope. If it's good enough, I'll think about it. Just get a giant Superman S logo on my back, but it takes up the whole back.
That would be kind of cool, actually.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of cool. You're at the gym and you see that shit. Like, excuse me, 1 sec. You take off your shirt. It's a one big.
Everybody would, by law, have to move out of my way every step I took if I had that tattoo.
Get the fuck out of here! Get out of here!
This gym is now called Nicholas. They have to name the gym after me because I would be that guy.
Man, it'd be too much strength, man. Too much strength in that bitch.
That would be a reckless amount of power, man. That would just be dangerous. Like, I would not be the same after that, bro.
It was funny. I remember we were in college, and I think I sent this to Moses, but it was so funny. I remember we were in college, and was that show? It was, it's an X-Men show. It was on TV. Oh my gosh!
Legion?
Yes, Legion. And
that's a good one.
So the marketing of this show was so funny because I guess they didn't really like catch themselves midway through, but I remember like they were promoting the show like I think it was at an event. It was like on national TV, right? And and their marketing was, I swear to God, was come inside, unleash your power.
That's crazy.
And
that's wild.
And I was like, no, there's no way that the FX and Fox PR was like,
that had to have been on purpose.
It had to be on purpose.
Yeah,
they knew what they were doing.
There's no way that was an accident. That's crazy.
Ain't no way. I had the picture somewhere that I'll send it to you guys. But I was just like, if you can find it, if anyone listening, you find it, I swear that's what it was. I was like, yeah, ain't no way that's a coincidence because like, come on now, like this is national TV. I gotta find it somewhere. I know I have it somewhere. I know it's. I think I had it like either saved on like. Yeah, I found it. Yep, I found it. Oh no, sorry, wrong show. It was called The Gifted.
Oh, I don't know that one.
The Gifted. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what show, but I found it was on my Snapchat. I'll send it to you guys. But if you're listeners, if you can find it, it was a real thing. I was like, I'm someone chief. I don't know if the PR team was like paying attention this time, but you know,
come inside to unleash your power. That's crazy.
Someone got fired.
Yeah, they were like, yeah,
nah, that had to be on purpose. That it's one of those like, it's like the fucking the old Skittles commercial that
that wedding one.
No, was it the wedding one? There was also the wildest one I saw was the one the student and teacher one from years ago. I mean, like early 2000s type shit.
What happened in that one? I didn't see that one.
She got like a C or a D or something, and so she stayed after class, and she said basically it was a girl that helped her teacher to help herself get an A, and it rained Skittles on her as she was on her knees.
That's some freaky shit.
Yeah, it is.
That's some freaky shit. She got that D to get that A, you heard me?
That's diabolical right there.
That's diabolical.
That
teacher was a fucking villain for that.
Yeah. If you look up old commercials, there's a lot of commercials like that, like the M&M ones, you know what I mean? Where I think you're what was it? It might have been M&M's. I think you're thinking of the wedding and stuff, and then they continued that one where she gave birth, and it was like a completely like different type of candy, and obviously that meant she cheated on him.
They made some like abomination Skittles M&M baby is what it sounds like.
I don't remember what it was, but there's a lot of sexual like new what's the fucking word? Sexual innuendos or whatever, and old
Innuendos.
Innuendos. Thank you.
Innuendo.
Like it's yeah. There's a lot of those in old commercials, like candy and other shit like that. So I can see this being on purpose.
So forgive me, it was not a Fox or FX show; it was a CW show. So that makes sense. Speaking of CW,
a CW X-Men show.
No, CW. It was Jack Kirby and Stan Lee created these characters
On the CW, that's crazy. I have absolutely no idea what this is.
I could be wrong. I mean, it says streaming on the CW.
What's the name of the show?
The Gifted.
It is The Gifted.
Sorry,
on the CW.
Okay, sorry, I was right. It was the Fox. It's Fox. It is. My bad.
Okay,
Fox.
no, yeah, because I was like, no, that's gotta be Fox.
It's Fox, but you can only watch it on the CW. That's weird.
It's probably on like CW Seed or something like that. That's where everything's all
licensed out. Right. So yeah, sorry, it was a Fox show. So I was right. It was a Fox show. It was on CW now, which is.
Can you imagine if the CW did make an X-Men show?
Oh God, dude. I mean,
that would be a rough watch.
That would be. What do you mean part of the X-Men? What? It's like, oh no, it's just like, it's just the acting. You're just gonna be like, guys, what are we doing here?
Like, it would be a lot of soap opera.
Yes. It would be
a lot of
Downton Abbey
writing,
meets
probably.
X-Men.
Yeah, it'll be kind of very much like it would be kind of like Smallville, which I wouldn't mind actually. Smallville was kind of
Smallville was actually
Nick's show.
No,
Yeah.
I'm rewatching it with Kayla right now. We just got to. We're like midway through
What
season
show?
3. Smallville.
Oh, Smallville was fucking dope. I grew up on that shit.
I was about to say, man, don't tell me you ain't heard of Smallville, man. I was
Yeah,
about to come down
yeah.
there, bro.
Smallville, man. I grew up on that. We used to own like several fucking seasons on like fucking DVD and probably VHS at one point, maybe. I don't know. Well, probably DVD more likely,
VHS,
but
with your old ass.
all right. Hey, go fuck yourself. You know what VHS is. Shut the fuck up.
Wait. Question. Do you get DVDs part of your AARP membership, Joe?
Let me get that discount, bro. I'm trying to buy some more DVDs.
Keep talking shit, and I promise I will retire from this show.
Smallville on VHS.
Senior discount movies. Is that every day or is that only Tuesdays?
I'm gonna retire from this show. Okay.
I tell you what.
Hey, don't even worry about them, Joel. Don't even worry about them.
When you retire,
Thank you.
When you retire, Disney will be happy.
I hope,
oh my gosh.
I hope.
Hey, no, but real
end
talk.
up-
No, Joe. Real talk. Smallville is dope. That's my shit right there, man.
Yeah.
Like real talk.
I
love
I
Smallville,
hope
bro.
y'all get in wheelchairs before me, so I can just roll your asses down the fucking stairs.
What's the line from Ricky
Fuck
Bobby?
you.
I hope you all have kids and wonderful kids who have wonderful legs.
Over time, he's like, oh God, their legs staying away. I'm not trying you know that first. He's like, don't you put that even on us, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that on us. Yo, I'm not paralyzed. He's like, I'm so paralyzed. Like, don't you stick that knife in your leg.
Oh man, R.I.P. the great Michael Clark Duncan, man.
Yeah.
What a legend.
Yeah.
But
man.
So speaking of way out topics, but going back to Eminem's commercials, little trivia for you. Does anyone know who was the early voice of the yellow peanut Eminem?
I'm raising my hand right now.
Go ahead.
J.K. Simmons.
Yes, sir. Yeah, let's go, Nick.
Omni-Man, baby.
Let's go, Nick. Yep. Santa.
J. Jonah Jameson.
All right.
Yeah.
In lieu
One
of that,
of the best voice actors alive.
oh, can I agree more? In lieu of trivia, we haven't played a game since beginning of this year, and I have a game for all of us to play. It's been a while, because I remember when we did our game back in, it was like the first week of January. We had a
we were supposed to do a game from me, but yeah, that never happened.
If you still have it, let's play it this summer.
Hell yeah, I do have it.
Good. So I got one for you guys now. It's called the year in review. So basically, I hope you guys remember certain years of certain movies because I know I do. So we're gonna play, and I'll keep it somewhat maybe the past. Like I would do maybe nothing past the 90s. We think is fair. So I'm gonna have and as we can a little recap too, the reigning champ on the John of Your Life podcast games is the one and only Mr. Nick Johnson right here. S on his chest for a reason.
That's right. I'm the Superman, baby.
So I'm gonna go around each and every one.
I'm gonna lose this.
Okay, so I'm gonna go.
You will with that attitude, Joe. You got to think positive, man.
I don't remember any fucking years of like any fucking movie or show.
Nick, again, he's getting old, bro.
It's starting to set in.
Yeah, this old ass man gonna shank y'all. I swear, fuck. Like I'm gonna show you.
Nah, man, you're too old to even physically compete, man. You could never.
Man.
I swear to God, Nick, I'm gonna
you too old because you see when you try to shake me,
I'm going to
right us in your elbow.
I'm going to
stiffen you up, and then you go
right in the fucking chest.
So I don't even have to dodge
right where that S is.
Hey, Joe,
get all the way.
Hey, don't even worry about it. You know, Nick be hating all the time. You know,
I ain't hating, but you're right. Don't worry about it, man.
I ain't hating, bro.
I'm gonna come for a man. I ain't even hating, bro.
He's hating on me right now. You know, I'm better looking.
I hope you spill your warm ass milk tonight, Nick. Go fuck yourself. How about that? All right.
I'm kidding. Hey, we're still live, by the way, guys.
Oh, we are. Oh, you're right. You're right. My bad. We are.
Yo, Doug, you better edit this out. Like,
hey, listen, Moses, bro. I appreciate the confidence of me, but I'm no good editor like you are, unfortunately.
Oh God!
I appreciate the confidence, man. I can do little edits here and there. Listen, I've gotten better. I've gotten better with audio enhancement. I've gotten better for that.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
No, just edit this part. Cut this part out. Cut the part where we're all just talking shit to each other. Like, just cut that out.
But it adds character.
Just at the beginning of the podcast, it's all gone. Just in the middle of it.
It's a 2-minute podcast.
Oh man!
But now I'm with you, Moses. I'm with you, Moses.
To steer back on track, it is called the year in review. So I'm going to name four films, and you have to guess the year. So again, the first round. Honestly, we'll do a little practice round first. So it's a practice round, right? Here we go. The movies are Inception, and no cheating too. No cheating, any one of you. Inception, Joe. Inception, Tangled, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, and Black Swan. It's a practice round.
2009.
Okay, Joseph 2009. Nick?
Which movie am I?
No, all
four with
all four.
The
same year.
Okay, so
sorry, all four in the same year.
Yeah.
Inception was 2010.
Okay. 2010. Okay.
Was it Inception, Tangled, Black Swan, and what else?
Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1.
Deathly Hallows Part 1. I feel like was also 2010.
Okay, you're gonna go 2010. Moses, what are you going with?
Is it all of them together? Sorry if I missed that.
All this,
yeah,
they're all four.
They all
came
same
out.
year.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
They're all the same year.
Yeah, all the same year.
I think.
Oh, okay.
I think you know. I think 2011. Or yeah, 2000. Oh wait, 2000. Shit, it's hard. 2010, 2011. I'm gonna go with 2011. Forget it.
Okay. So Joe said 2009, Moses 2011, Nick says 2010, and the answer is 2010. Nick was correct. So again,
I knew it.
Practice round.
I knew it.
Doesn't count. Practice
Okay,
round.
okay,
so we're gonna a little practice round. So I'm gonna put right now Nick, Joe, and Moses. Okay, put my notes right now. Okay, let's get it. So this is where it really begins. So again, I'm only gonna pick things probably nothing past the 90s. So still somewhat recent. So okay, so. The movies came out this year are Sweeney Todd, the one with Johnny Depp, Ratatouille, an American classic, Hot Fuzz, a great second part of a Cornetto trilogy, and the fourth movie is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix.
2011. Maybe no.
Uh,
No. Y'all go first. Let me think.
You gonna go first, but you ain't got an answer yet?
I got you. I would say 2009 or 8. I'm gonna go 2008.
Okay, 2008.
I'm gonna go 2007.
Okay, next. Okay.
What Nick go with?
He said he said '07, and the movies once again are Sweeney Todd, the Johnny Depp one, Ratatouille, Hot Fuzz, and Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, which is the 5th movie in the 5th book.
Um, 2008.
Okay. The year was 2007, so 1 point for the man Nick. 2-7. Close though. You're all very close. Y'all were very close. Sweeney Todd, Ratatouille, Harry Potter, and Hot Fuzz came out in the year 2007. Alrighty.
Nice.
Next one. It should be an easy one for you guys. All right. So the movies that came out this year was Maze Runner 2, The Scorch Trials, Avengers: Age of Ultron, The Hunger Games: Mockingjay Part 2, which was the last of Katniss' story, and the critically and fan acclaimed Fantastic Four remake.
Oh, what a disappointment that movie was.
You feeling strong, Nick?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty strong. I want to say 2015.
Okay.
I want to say. I also want to say. Fuck. Sorry. I would say 2014.
Okay. 2014 for Moses. Okay.
20.
All right, Joe.
Damn it. I'm stuck between 2015.
And we saw 2 of these together. Remember, 2 of these together.
I know. We did see the 2 of these together. I'm trying to figure out if I was still a senior or not.
And someone threw a shoe at the screen at Fantastic Four.
I remember that. Oh fuck! Was that the same year we saw Lucy? No. I'm gonna say 2015. Yeah, fuck it. It was either 2015 or 2016. I know that.
Okay. The answer was 2015. So,
Hey,
Nick and Joe both have points on the board. Moses, come on, my friend. We believe in you. You were close. You're one year off.
Moses.
That's crazy.
You're 1 year off.
Yeah, the only reason I got
No, because that was a tough one. Because I was like 2014 or 2015. I don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking 2015 or 2016. The only reason I decided to do 2015 was because me and Doug saw it together. Yeah, so shit.
And that was the last time we ever movie hopped together back at AMC River East when we saw The Night Before. And
oh fuck yeah, I forgot about that.
The last Hunger Games, which was it's decent. Yeah, it's decent.
Besides the Asian child.
Yes, to this day, everyone talks about that. No, wait, don't say anything. Let Nick watch that for the first time, so he can like he see for himself.
I'm looking forward to it.
Right.
Sounds good.
All right, so again, so to recap, Nick's in the lead with 2. Joe has 1. Moses has 0 for the time being. Okay, next up, this is a good year. Okay, the movies that came out this year were Monster House, a very, very underrated animated horror movie. A movie to me, which I think is a masterpiece and getting a sequel now. The Devil Wears Prada, a 10 out of 10 movie if you ask me. Pan's Labyrinth and Silent Hill.
This one's tough.
What year did these movies come out?
Damn, because it's either 05 or 06. I can feel it, man.
I'm like more 2007. I feel like
I'm gonna go 05. I'm gonna go 05.
Okay.
05. How old was I? 9? Jesus.
I'm gonna go with 06.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 06 as well. Yeah, fuck it.
The year was 2006. So Nick and Joe are tied, and Moses has points on the board finally.
Let's go.
2006. Dang, I was like, oh, that was a tough one. That was a tough one.
Hey, honestly, I'm very impressed with you guys. That was pretty good.
I was thinking my age at the time. I was like, man, I was like, man, I was in the double digits. I was like,
yeah, man, long time ago.
Yeah, ages.
Okay, here we go. So the next one is, what year did these 4 movies come out? The World's End, which is the 3rd installment of the Cornetto trilogy. A movie that I never heard of called Blue is the Warmest Color. Despicable Me 2. And The Purge. Not the first Purge, but like the very first Purge movie that came in the franchise. What year did these movies come out?
2013.
2013. I was thinking that too. I'm not copying people's answers.
No, you just go with what you think is right. That's all you're doing. That's all you're doing.
Yeah, I legit was thinking 2013. I was like that. Yeah.
2013 as well.
All you're doing is playing the game.
Okay, so you're all locking in 2013, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
2013.
And you boys would be correct. Yes, 2013.
Hey, let's go.
Nicely done. Nicely done. 3 of those came
Same
out.
year Man of Steel came out.
Yes, sir. 3 of those come out the same summer too. Despicable Me 2 came out in July. The Purge came out in June. The World's End came out in August. So, and then The Blue is the Warmest Color. Never heard of this movie. Who's even in this?
That's what's her name? Leia Seydoux is actually.
Oh, really?
She did that before the James Bond movies.
Damn! Look at you! Film. Look at you, Nick, with the trivia.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts on facts. Okay. So right now the tide is Nick and Joe both have 3, and Moses is right behind with 2. So it's still a very, very neck to neck close game. Alrighty. The next batch of movies are Dawn of the Dead, which I believe is Snyder's debut, I believe, right, Nick?
Indeed it is.
Which is a great remake. 13 Going on 30. Shrek 2, the best of the franchise. And a very, very awesome movie, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Oh, I have 2 years in my head and I don't even know if they're right. Shit.
Dawn of the Dead, 13 Going on 30, Shrek 2, and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
I'm going to go 2004.
Okay. Nick says 04.
This is Moses. I'm gonna go 2002.
2002, okay. 02.
I'll go 3.
The year was 2004. So
Nick
gets a point. Y'all are very close though. I'm very impressed. Y'all are very close. Y'all are very, very close.
Nick is cheating. Nick is cheating.
On God, he has to be Googling this shit right now.
Nah, because, hey, listen, audience. Whenever you start doing well in life, whenever you start succeeding, people are always gonna come in and say, "Nah, man." People are always gonna come and try to rain on your
kiss my
parade, bro.
ass. Nah. Bro, he's Googling shit right
I
now.
ain't googling shit because I'm gonna tell it to you like this. Here's how I know 13 going on 30 was in 2004, the same year as Shrek 2. So I don't know if y'all know about this movie called Secret Window with Johnny Depp.
Nope.
But well, that movie came out in 2004, and I have it on DVD. And on the bonus features of that DVD, it has all these other because it's a Sony movie. It has all these trailers for all these other movies. One of them was Spider-Man 2, which we all know came out 2004,
Yep.
right? One of them was White Chicks, also 2004.
Yeah.
And one of them was 13 going on 30, which was also released in 2004. Now, and Doug, say that list of movies again.
Dawn of the Dead, the remake.
Okay, so Dawn of the Dead, I originally thought came out 2005. Because I haven't even seen it yet, to be honest. But then when he got to 13 going on 30 and Shrek 2, I was like, wait a second, because I know for sure Shrek 2 wasn't out 2005. That movie was also 2004.
And Shrek 5 coming out 2026.
I heard about that. I saw like part of that little announcement video.
Yeah, Lee, our amazing PR rep, sent us the email like coming soon, and I was like, oh, Shrek 5's coming in. I'm like, oh, good to know.
Oh, we got to see that.
Also, if any, for our listeners, if you've never seen Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, it's a fantastic movie. It is a fantastic movie. Jim Carrey is acting his ass off. It's a very if you ever gone through heartbreak or a loss or a breakup or just kind of like lost with yourself, I would highly recommend watching Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. It is a beautiful movie and it's very original. I'd recommend to anyone watching it because it's almost a perfect movie if you ask me. It's a really good movie, worth watching. It's upsetting because again, especially for us guys, again, who have gone through breakups or loss or heartbreak or whatever, we can relate to it on so many levels to a point where it's just like, oh, what? But the blend of sci-fi and romance is just chef's kiss. Very good movie. Very, very good movie.
I got to see that.
One of Jim Carrey's best. I mean, it's not Truman Show for a level for me, but it's like up there almost. It's definitely up there. So honestly, Nick, you would from a writing perspective too, you would love it. You would love it. It's a phenomenal movie.
Okay, I'll put it on the list.
All right. The next batch of movies are Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Guy Ritchie's The Gentleman, Parasite, and Joker.
Joker, 2019.
Okay, Moses 2019.
I want to say 2020.
Wait, no.
I'm gonna say 2021.
No, I'm gonna say 2020. I'm gonna say 20. But I'm gonna say, damn. I'm gonna say 2020 as well. Actually, I'm gonna say 2020.
I'm gonna
No, I know. Reason why? Because I realized, wait, 20. It was 2020 was like in February before COVID. That's what I realized.
Yeah, because it was during the pandemic.
It was actually before the pandemic. It was before the pandemic happened because it was like still in February. It was in February 2020. This is kind of like before March 2020 happened, which that's when the actual like pandemic which started. So
okay, memory's a little foggy on that.
Okay, so sorry, Moses, your answer is what again? What year?
2020.
Okay, Nick.
2020.
Okay, Joe.
2021.
Shame on you boys. 2019.
I knew it.
Should have kept your answer, Moses.
I know.
Good.
I know.
I was like, man, was that
Oh my goodness.
Before? I was like,
I
was
knew
it
it.
during
Oh,
COVID
man.
before?
Once Upon a Time came out in July. Gentleman came out like I want to say like around like fall 2019. Parasite came out fall as well. Parasite, Gentleman, and Joker all came out in the fall of 2019.
Well, I'm silly. I'm dumb.
I didn't see any of those movies in theaters, so I didn't go to theaters at all in 2019. I don't think.
R.I.P.
I saw Joker in theaters.
No, you did. You saw you and I saw we saw Ford for Ferrari and Knives Out.
Yeah, there we go. We did see those two movies, but the four you listed, I saw around during COVID. I think
on digital
when you put it on, like you put it on Vudu. So that's where I saw it. So I was thinking about COVID when I saw it.
Oh man, and I think all three of those movies, no, except for Gentleman, all three of those were Oscar nominees, and obviously Parasite won. So that was the year. It was 2019, last year before the pandemic. All right. So again, in the lead still is Nick with 4, Joe with 3, Moses with 2. All right. The next year, what year did these movies come out? Captain America: The First Avenger, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2,
2011,
Bridesmaids, and Friends with Benefits.
I just know it.
You were confident, man. You were confident. You were so confident. All right, Moses is 2011. Nick?
I am also 2011.
Okay.
I'm gonna go the same answer.
And you all are correct. Yes, the year was 2011. Yes. A good year for a lot of good movies.
It really was.
That's when Thor came out too, right?
Thor came out.
Fast 5. I can't believe those movies came out the same year. Thor and Captain America.
That was a good summer because it was Fast 5, Thor, Captain America, Harry Potter, Bridesmaids, Hangover Part 2, Horrible Bosses. I'm trying to think what else came out that summer too.
Man, we were in like the theater for all those.
I know we were spoiled, man. Yeah, we were spoiled, and
that's when we were still getting those free tickets to AMC, man.
And we were sneaking in. We're doing double feature.
Oh yeah, we were still doing. Was that the summer we did the triple feature?
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was. It was a good year of movies. That was a good summer of movies.
Yeah, that was
a good summer of movies. Okay, so we'll see the next one. We got here. Okay, no. Well, no, so that one. I was gonna do 04 again, but Nick just said 2 of the movie. White Chicks and fucking Spider-Man 2, and also your favorite Van Helsing.
Oh hell yeah! You see, I'm ahead of the game.
I know this shit. Okay, I'm gonna give you a more difficult one now. Okay, here we go. What year did these 4 movies come out? Sleepers, the first Scream, From Dusk Till Dawn, and The Craft.
03. I feel like it's either 02 or 03. It has to be.
Okay, 02, 03. Okay.
No, wait, first Scream. Yeah, it had to be like 02 or 03.
I want to say like 94.
Okay, 94 for Nick.
It's between 93, 94, 95, but I'm going to say 94.
Can you repeat the films again, Nick?
Yes, sir. Sleepers, the first Scream, From Dusk Till Dawn, and The Craft.
94.
I would say I don't know this one, so I'm gonna guess 94.
Okay. The answer was 1996. The year Joel was born.
Dude, I didn't see.
Because I hadn't even heard of Sleepers before.
Yeah,
I
Sleepers,
don't like horror movies.
Kevin Bacon, De Niro, Dustin Hoffman, Brad Pitt, Jason Patric. Never heard that till now either.
I don't like horror movies, and I didn't watch The Craft. I've seen clips, but I've never watched that shit, so I don't know this shit.
Oh, that was a tough one. I told you that was a little tricky one. So again,
That was a
Yeah,
curveball,
I
man.
don't like
Curveball.
horror movies, man. I'm not gonna know fucking year a horror movie came out.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so the next batch of movies. What year did these movies come out? Freaky Friday, a Disney bop, a very
Oh,
also getting a sequel soon.
Oh yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl, the best movie of the franchise, if you ask me. A movie called 13, never heard of it. And Kill Bill Volume 1.
Oh,
oh
three.
three,
2003.
Okay.
oh three. That is guaranteed. Oh three.
Because
Okay.
Pirates, Black Pearl was my movie.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, Sam. And you're also, yeah.
I'll say all three as well.
You all are correct. The year was 2003. Yes, nicely
Yes,
done.
sir.
Nicely done.
Yeah, you said Freaky Friday, and I remember that movie
That's
had
my-
the
that's
biggest
my
crush
shit.
on Lindsay, bro.
I know that was
My
that was
shit.
an early 2000s movie for sure.
Hell yeah, bro. I was like, oh, that sounds something.
Okay, in the lead still with 6, it is Mr. Nick Johnson. In the lead with second is Joel Kindelan, and and still in third place, but still right behind is the one and only Moses Lai. So it is a really close game. Okay, we're gonna play till 10. Play until someone gets 10 points. So the next year, okay, okay, another curveball for you guys. Okay. When did these 4 movies come out? Fight Club, iconic movie. Girl Interrupted, The Blair Witch Project, and 10 Things I Hate About You with the legend or dearly lost Heath Ledger.
Oh,
99. 1999.
Okay.
01. I'm going with 01.
Okay.
Probably wrong, but I'm going with 01.
01. Okay.
I'm gonna go with 1999.
There you go.
The year was 1999. So
Oh,
points
yeah.
for
Let's
Nick
go.
and Moses. So right now, Joe and Moses are now tied, but Nick still has the lead with 7.
No, like I said, I don't fucking know movie years. I don't remember that shit.
You will now.
I'm still gonna forget this shit.
No, this one's kind of easy. So I'm gonna another one hard. Okay, so this is a good one. Okay, when did these 4 movies come out? No Country for Old Men, which I still have not seen, but on my list forever. Superbad, 28 Weeks Later, and the Darjeeling Limited, which is Wes Anderson.
07.
Okay, Nick says 07. The movies again
You
were
said Superbad?
Superbad. Yes, sir.
Yeah, 2007. Yeah.
Okay.
07.
Okay. Nicely done, boys. The year was 2007. Nicely
Let's
done.
go.
So, still in the lead with 8, we have Nick, but tied for second is Joe and Moses. With you guys have 6, so you're just 2 away from Nick. So, nicely done. Okay, let me see. Okay, I'm not doing that one. Okay. That's not a little easier. Ooh, this is good. This is a good one. Okay, what year did these 4 movies come out? Coraline, the disaster movie 2012, Princess and the Frog, and Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, the 6th movie and book.
09.
Who said that, Nick?
Yeah, yes, Nicholas Johnson. So.
Okay.
Nick, I'm gonna fucking cut you, bro. What the fuck? 09. Yeah, 09.
Okay.
What you mean you gonna cut me? Don't you know I'm the man of steel?
Yeah, I'm gonna test it. Let's see if you bleed, bitch.
Gods don't bleed.
Okay, so Nick said 09. Joe, you said 09 as well?
Yeah, because I love Coraline.
Okay, great movie. Moses?
I'm gonna say 09.
And you boys would be correct. The year was 09. Yes. I saw 2012 on my birthday, actually. Funny enough. A weird
Oh,
birthday
wow.
movie I picked out, but it is what it is. But yeah, Coraline's a good movie. Princess of the Frog has phenomenal music. So in the lead with 9, it is Nick. But right behind them, still tied for second place, is Joe and Moses. Alrighty. Ooh. I'm going to give you guys a hard one. Okay. When did these 4 movies come out? One of my favorite movies of all time, that I quote all the time, Dazed and Confused.
Oh, shit.
Hocus Pocus. The Nightmare Before Christmas. And the first Jurassic Park.
98.
Okay.
Probably wrong.
98.
Yeah.
96.
Next 96. Okay.
I would say you said the first Jurassic Park movie?
Yes, sir.
Ah,
Dazed and Confused, Hocus Pocus, Nightmare Before Christmas, and the first Jurassic Park.
I would say 1990. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. I'll say 1996 too.
No points. The year was 1993. We were looking for
Dang.
93. We're
I
close.
almost changed my
Y'all were
answer
good.
too.
Y'all were
That's
good.
crazy.
Ah,
Y'all were good.
I was about to change my answer, man. Oh my gosh.
Let me think of another one.
God dang it.
Ooh, okay. All right. This was a good year. So I'm a no, we did we did 2 years ago. So all right. When did these 4 movies come out? World War Z, The First Conjuring, Hunger Games: Catching Fire, starring Joel Kinnaman,
Fuck
and
off.
and Monsters University.
Oh, God, dude. Hold on.
You and I saw
Read
2 of these together.
Read the list again, please.
It wasn't for yes.
World War Z, The First Conjuring, Hunger Games: Catching Fire, and Monsters University.
2014.
Okay.
World War Z. I want to say.
Oh, I know.
I want to say
2013.
2011.
2013.
Okay.
That's my answer.
Moses 2013, Joseph 2014, Nick
2011.
2011. Ooh. The year was 2013. So Moses
Bah!
takes second place. But still in the lead is Nick with 9. So
dude,
Who was
fuck
eating up?
this
Who was eating
game,
up?
bro.
2013. I think it was supposed to come out 2011, but got delayed to 2013.
Damn.
I think you were close.
Wait, how many points? How many points I got?
You have 8. Joe,
Oh,
has,
okay.
shit.
Joe has 7, and Nick has
Yeah.
9. He's 1 away from the win.
God, dude, this sucks.
This is intense.
I'm gonna give you guys. Ooh.
Hey, Nick, you better watch out, bro.
Oh man. Oh, don't say that, man.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, these are some good ones. This is a good one. Okay. So which one, I'm deciding which one I should go with. That's okay. There we go. What year did these 4 movies come out? She's the Man, the first Cars, good chow, the first Night at the Museum, and Pirates of the Caribbean 2, Dead Man's Chest.
07.
Oh, 08.
Okay, 07, 08.
I'm gonna go 07.
I
Ooh.
keep going with the
Y'all
year.
were so close. The year was 2006. I was looking for
What?
2006.
Bitch.
Close. Y'all were very close.
Oh man.
Y'all were very
Damn.
close. Okay, y'all were very close.
I need a win. No.
Okay. Here we go. Okay, this one should be okay. I think this one might get this one. Okay. The one that I never heard of before. I didn't. Okay. Angus, Thongs, and the Perfect Snogging. This is the real title. I swear to God.
What?
The First Twilight, Mamma Mia the movie,
Oh God, I'm fucked.
and The Dark Knight.
Oh wait. Oh wait.
Oh wait. I'm gonna say oh wait.
Okay. Oh wait.
Yeah,
Man.
me too.
Okay. Joe.
Oh wait, yeah. Oh wait.
All right. And the winner of our second game on the podcast, still the champ, is Nicholas Johnson with 10.
Oh man,
But
it's an honor.
it was 08. It was 08, but it was so close. Nick had 10, Moses had 9, and then Joe had 8. So y'all were very, very close.
I almost
Nick got
said,
lucky, bro.
I got super lucky. I almost said 07. If you didn't say The Dark Knight, I would have lost.
Okay, so I almost went with. Okay, this one I almost went with. And I'll see if you guys got this one. It would have been which one? Okay, so I almost went with this one: Interstellar, Maze Runner 1, Guardians 1, and
14.
the Grand Budapest Hotel. So yep,
Sorry, 2014.
15. That's correct. All right, and it's still the champ, ladies and gentlemen. Still the champ of the podcast games with two wins. It is Mr. Nick Johnson. There you go, Nick. There you go, Nick. And again,
this win makes my toes curl.
Oh my God. I'll tell you what. I loved how we did. Again, I was waiting to do a game again where everyone's back on, because when we did the first game, the production game back in January, people responded very, very highly to that. So again, I know Joe has a game for us. Whenever you had a game in mind or whatever, let's do it. Again, I think the game has definitely brought in a lot of audience. So again, get you guys, again, all three of you guys, man. I'm very impressed. You guys did a fucking killer job. I'm very impressed.
Yes, sir.
So on that note, Joe, my friend, do you want to tell our lovely audience, if they're new or returning, how we end the show?
Yeah, so this is something we call our one-on-ones, where each of us go around and we recommend one movie and one TV show, whether you've seen it or not. You know, something we think you would enjoy, and we're not expecting you to watch it anytime soon. Just to put it onto your, watch list and eventually watch it and hopefully remember us. Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's funny. It's funny. I've been like saying that the past few months because you've been off, and it's just like I feel like I'm taking Joel's job. Joe, you want to go first?
Absolutely not.
No. Okay. I'll go first this time. I'll go first. So for my movie of the week, I'm picking a movie that I'm convinced I am the only person in the world who have seen this movie. It's with Freddie Highmore and Emma Roberts, and it's called The Art of Getting By. It came out, funny enough, in 2011. It's a movie that, again, this was like my first kind of introduction to like independent filmmaking, I would say, when we were, I was like, what, 13? Yeah, 13. And for some reason, I saw this movie again. I remember like going to this movie at our local AMC in Chicago, and I walked in, it was summertime, and there was like no one there, and I was like, "Oh, cool, private theater." But for some reason, this movie has like terrible reviews, unfortunately. But I think when I saw it at the time, I could relate to the character a lot, of just like, curious about life, but also a bit of a slacker at the same time. And it's about kind of just like, kind of finding yourself a little bit. And basically the premise is, he's Freddie Highmore plays this like high schooler, and he's kind of just like kind of a drifter. He kind of just like doesn't really care about school, doesn't really care about kind of life, whatever. His mom is dating this new guy, and he's befriended by Emma Roberts, and the two of them just hit it off. And you wouldn't think these two would like be friends ever, but like they kind of like she kind of brings the good out of him, kind of like brings him out of his kind of like comfort zone and shy. And I was pretty shy in middle school, and a little bit of high school at the beginning, but I got over that. But it's a very but again, I think for us dudes, we can relate to an idea of like, where do we belong in school? Where do we belong in life, basically? And so it's a question I think even when we're young, we still ask that. And I think it's a very beautiful movie. It's a Fox Searchlight movie. Again, I have not met someone in this lifetime that has seen this movie ever, and it's hard to find on Blu-ray now because it's a Fox movie, so it's hard to find this movie like on streaming or even on Blu-ray. But it's a great indie soundtrack, a lot of cool like cool indie hits. It's a weird comfort movie for me because again I like the vibe of it all, and at the time when I saw it, I could relate to it because again it's just like as a someone going into high school, I was just like, oh yeah, like I can see myself in this character's shoes. So I think it's a very beautiful and very very sweet movie. And again, it's a movie that again is panned by critics everywhere. But I don't know, it's a movie that kind of hold dear to my heart, and it has a great soundtrack. So I'd highly recommend this movie called The Art of Getting By. And it's funny, I think the guy who made that movie and never seen again. So he did one movie and that's it. So I thought it was still a very good movie, you ask me. And for my show this week, I'm gonna go. Actually, I might change up just a little bit. I'm gonna go with a TV special, and that is Dave Chappelle's Sticks and Stones comedy special on Netflix. This is the one with Juicy Smollett, and this is the one where he makes fun of the Michael Jackson stuff and everybody. I mean, I remember when this came out and it caused so much like controversy. And well, I'm biased because Chappelle is my favorite comedian of all time. I think the Chappelle Show is one of the best sketch comedy shows of all time, if not all time. Chappelle, for some reason, I can watch him in interviews or whatever. He has he can crack me up just by doing the smallest things. And I saw him a few years ago in a concert, and he's so fucking funny. He's, to me, the funniest comedian ever. But to me, he did this at a time where it was like cancel culture and you can't say this, you can't say that, but whatever. How comedians were very constrained. And he came out saying, well, fuck that, I'm doing whatever I want. And it is one of the funniest comedy specials ever. And my mom, who loves him too, we watched this stand-up special over and over again because it's so funny. Just the way he moves, because the thing about Chappelle is that he's a gifted storyteller. He really is. And something about that special where how it came at a time where people were just like, how dare you say that? And he was like, I don't care. I'm saying whatever the fuck I want. And it was just like, wow. Like, to me, again, seeing that, how the balls he had to do that just paid off. And it is one of the funniest specials I have ever seen. I love all his specials, but for some reason, that one just makes me laugh so hard every time I watch it. And again, it's the way he tells his stories and the way he kind of makes fun of people. It's just so golden. So I'm gonna go with Dave Chappelle, Sticks and Stones as my TV, quote unquote TV of the week. Nick?
For my TV show of the week, a little bit more laid back one, I guess. Ben 10 Alien Force.
Yo, that's my shit.
Yeah,
that's
because I was that?
That's my shit, bro.
No, that shit's dope. Because I remember, like, I loved the Ben 10 show growing up. It was so
Me
cool.
too.
And then I had excuse me, when I was a kid, I had a subscription to Marvel Comics. So every like month they would send one over, and in those comics, there would be these advertisements for Ben 10 Alien Force. So that was like my introduction. I was like, yo, they're bringing it back. And like, it looks so cool because like the aliens look different. They had the Kevin 11 dude, and like, it looked like his powers had kind of changed up a little bit. Gwen had different types of powers or whatever. And I remember like, it premiered, and it was like, I think it was like a Friday night after school or something like that. And I was so excited. And it was really fun to watch. It was cool to see the characters having like grown up, and now they're all like mature and kind of like they've gone their separate ways, but now they got to come back. And it was just, it felt like a really cool like revamp of the show. And it was really fun to watch, like up to a point. There was a point like a few seasons down or like a season or two down where I did like fall off because it seemed like his character progression it was more of a character regression than a progression. I'll say that, because his character just got like more kind of like immature as the show went on. It was just kind of weird, and it made me. I didn't like the character after that, so then I stopped watching it. And then my movie is a movie called Nine, starring Elijah Wood as the main
Great
character.
movie.
Bro, that movie, the trailer was dope because I remember. I don't know if you remember. There was it was like a guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's my
dude, because
shit.
that was fucking. I literally when I was a kid, I saved it and I put on like my MP3 player, and it was just so fucking.
Yes.
Man, because I'm feeling nostalgic. I'm gonna see if I can find it now. But the trailer was really cool and it was really exciting, and I love the guitar part at the end. But then even like the movie itself was really interesting because it's just this dude, this not even a dude, like this little kind of like small, not like a sock puppet, but it was like he was made out of like cloth and
He's a
like other like
rag doll,
metal
right?
parts. He was a rag doll. Thank you, Lee. It was like this little rag doll. The whole thing is like from his perspective, and he just wakes up and the world has like ended. So you're like going through this post-apocalyptic world like with him, and like you explore it and you get to you kind of find out like why is everything this way. But the it was just really fascinating, and I like the idea that he just kind of like pops up like basically at the end, because like it really seemed like it was like, well, not to spoil it, but it's just kind of like I love how the movie started off, and again, like just watching the journey of the character was really fun, and it was a really creative kind of like dark movie. I think Universal Studios, I think it was a Universal Studios movie.
I believe so too. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just really cool, and it was yeah, it was dope. I actually bought it when I was a kid. I think I sold it though.
Me too.
Did you?
I had the same thing, I think.
Man, but it was a really cool movie, man. If I had a chance, I would definitely watch it again. But yeah, so Benton, Alien Force, and Nine.
They added to HBO Max actually the other day. I was like, oh no shit. I was like, I've seen this movie in like years, but
Oh, word. Okay, bad.
great choice, Nick. That's awesome.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right. I think Joe Moses, who's ready?
I can go.
All
I'm gonna get the show out the way because it's very popular right now, but I thoroughly love it because I think just the writing's so great and the actors and cinematography, everything about it is really enjoyable. I doubt Doug will watch it because he doesn't really like shows like this, but House of Dragons,
Hmm.
it's very popular. I know right now a lot of people in a lot of different countries watch it. A
Great
lot of
show.
loyal fans. It's a great show. It's an amazing
Yeah.
show. And so, I have to recommend it because I truly do love it, and it's getting so interesting, and shit's about to go down. There's a few more, like one or two more episodes, everything's gonna pop off. So yeah, I'd like to say House of Dragons. If you like fantasy, if you like,
Game of
you
Thrones.
know, yeah, if you like Game of Thrones or just medieval things with dragons and stuff like that, it's a pretty well written show. It's really good. I thoroughly enjoy it. And then the movie I'm recommending is from 2008, Miracle at Saint Anna. It's I don't know if y'all ever seen that movie.
The
But
Spike Lee movie.
I think so, actually. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, Spike Lee, the Spike Lee movie. Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a World War II movie, uh, about all black division that was stationed in Italy and became trapped behind enemy lines. And it's just like it's a really fucking good movie with a really good cast. Omar Benson. You know, Michael Ealy, Derek Luke, like stuff like really good cast, really good writing. Just it's a good movie, and I love war movies. I've always have, so I think people will enjoy it. Check it out. That's my one I want.
Nice, not because it's been on my kind of list for a while. I just like haven't gotten the one around to watching it, but the trailer looked really cool.
Yeah,
So
it's a good movie. It really is. It's not people's favorite movie. So,
mm,
but I enjoyed it when I saw it. I've never forgotten it, especially like the ending. I'm not
mhm.
gonna say much, but the way things ended, that really like whoa. I really like I don't know. I think it sort of took a different turn for from what I was expecting around 2008 for an ending in a movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, but it is a good movie. I like it. People don't agree with me because on Rotten Tomatoes it's like 33 and IMDb it's like a 6. Out of 10. But I like it.
Trust, trust, trust us, Nick. Trust us, Joe. We are usually in the minority of Rotten Tomatoes. Like,
That is very true.
I feel like when we all get certified Rotten Tomatoes, that when the day comes, we're all going to be the majority. Trust me. This is coming from two guys that listen. Him and Nick and I both loved the first Exorcist Believer and also like Argyle, and the next day people just shat on those movies, and me and Nick were
Hmm.
like, "What?" We were like, "What?" So I know what you mean. We're usually in the minority of Rotten Tomatoes.
Hell yeah.
Proudly,
We
proudly.
Yes, proudly, yes, very proudly. So, but I say watch it and just, make your own view of it, whether
Absolutely.
you like it or not. And if you dislike it, you still checked it out. You still watch the movie. That always happens. You know what I'm saying? Everyone gotta find their own taste. The Was this your turn?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, for a movie, I a part of me kind of, got into like got into like a little phase of like being in my like, feelings, like personal stuff and everything like that. So there's this movie that I had basically had, checked out. It's free to watch on YouTube. We're not sponsored by YouTube, but it's free to watch on YouTube with ad free. It's called Before We Go. It's with Chris Evans and Alice Eve.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Yeah, yeah, it's like a it's directed by Chris Evans. It's a feel good movie
Oh, that's
about
that's a dope movie. I seen that one. That was a really
yeah,
really
it's
good
just
one.
about, it's about letting go. And it's about, letting go of a relationship and feelings that might be still there and how to basically, deal with them. It's about, these two people who, kind of find each other, in New York, and they're trying to help each other out, kind of with the situation that they're in and everything like that. So it's kind of nice and it's kind of sweet. And and yeah, it made me feel good about where I was in that little moment during that time. So if you're going through, a rough little patch when it comes down to, you know, um, um, heartbreak or whatever, it's a sweet film, to definitely check out that I had watched a few weeks ago. So and yeah, yeah. When it comes down to shows, I'm currently watching this Apple TV show right now called For All Mankind. So if you have Apple TV and you want to check it out, it's a good show. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's you know those are my stuff that I'm watching this week or have been watching.
Hold on. Did you just say for all mankind?
Yeah.
Hey, my guy. I that's a great fucking show. I like that show.
Yeah,
Show's the shit. Yeah,
yeah,
I never finished it. I was like one or two seasons till I fucking ended it, but it's a great fucking show. That's a great
yeah.
recommendation.
It's a great show. It's a really good
Uh,
show.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely recommend. If you got Apple TV, and or you can just pirate it. No, I'm kidding. No, don't do that.
He's just kidding, everybody. He does.
But
He
we're
does
on a
not mean
budget.
that.
We're
Wink.
on a budget. I'm
That's
just
just
Hey,
that's just a
kidding.
little
hey,
jokey joke.
hey,
That's just a little jokey
hey.
joke.
Hey, like Ted Lasso said, live, okay? Live.
Hell no.
Man. I'll tell you what though, Apple TV's been killing with their shows recently.
Oh
They're
Dude,
yeah,
they're
they
doing a
have.
hella good job.
yo, like the quality of quality of the shows and everything like that are really good. Like I'm like watching this, I'm like, wow, that is really clean. Like
Mm-hmm.
that, like cinematography wise, VFX wise and everything like that. I'm watching this, I'm like, wow, okay, this is not bad at all. You know,
Yeah,
and it's like they have. I mean, as Apple, like they have a lot of money. They have a lot of money.
Fuck yeah, they do.
Like they have a lot of money, so they can do whatever the hell they want. Like they can waste, they can waste a lot of money. But it's like it, their shows are really good. You know, they tackle a lot of like their shows are. They have a lot of sci-fi shows on their
yeah,
platform. You know, and
Mhm.
they're really good. You know, they like to focus a lot towards like humanity and end of the world type, sci-fi kind of shows, and it's really cool how they handle it. So, if you ever want to watch, some good sci-fi stuff, All Mankind is definitely a show to watch on Apple TV if you want.
it,
Yeah.
it, yeah. If you're looking for like long shows, like an hour long like shows, but like really good shows, Apple TV is the way to go. That
Mhm.
they also have Blackbird, which I recommended a long like a good
Oh
ass
yeah,
minute
I gotta
ago.
watch. I gotta watch that still. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then there's a show called Masters of the Air, which is about World War II. Was it World War II or World War One?
Yeah, it's World
World
War
War
Two.
Two. Yeah, World War Two. About all the pilots and stuff, but going against like the Germans and everything, and like yeah, that good show. But yeah, Apple TV has a lot of great shows, and For All Mankind is one of them. I thoroughly enjoy it, so that's a good show, man. That's a great recommendation.
And before we hop on, I gotta say, what I love about Apple a lot too was that this like how they partner with studios. Like they partner with other studios to do their TV and movies, whether it's stuff like an Argyle or Napoleon or Wolves or Fly Me to the Moon, whatever. And then even shows like that. Like I think like the show I'm watching now is Presumed Innocent with Jake Gyllenhaal. They're partnering with Warner Brothers, so I love how like they're really collaborating with studios. So it's kind of like just like it's a collaboration that they still commit to like actually, to your point, Moses, about good quality stuff, not just like yeah whatever, because you can
Yeah,
tell sometimes there's some streaming service sometimes, again, I won't call anyone out, but it's like the quality isn't that great, but you can tell with Apple you always get quality no matter what.
yeah, and I'd like to put on that as well as like casting as well. Like, yeah, they have big names, but it's not all just like the biggest names. You know what I mean? Just
Hmm.
like, oh yeah, they can fucking play this. Whatever, we'll just throw them in there. Like, like their casting is done really fucking well for these shows. Like, they're looking for, not just big names, but really talented people who can make the characters come to life, and I really like that.
Yeah, good for Apple.
Hell yeah.
Good for Apple. That's awesome. All right, Joe, you want to take us home?
Yes, sir. All right. Before I close this out, how about you boys shout yourselves out? Don't all rush now.
Bueller, Bueller,
Yeah,
Bueller,
I'll go first.
Bueller.
Yeah, you can. This is Moses. You can, check me out on IG under Moses Glawi. underscore. And my website is also attached to my bio too as well. I've been also doing a little bit of like just iPhone street photography a little bit, so you can check me out on also on IG on It's Moses Lawi. Um, yeah, 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 yeah.
It's really
Check me
cool.
out.
It's really cool, guys. He's doing some really cool shots. I'm really amazed by your photography, Moses. Keep it up, bro. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's a little hobby that I picked up on, just shooting on my iPhone and
Good for
everything.
you.
Yeah.
I love that.
Nice. All right. Nick.
So you can find me at Donning Vision on YouTube, capital D as in Donning, capital V as in Vision, and on Instagram at Donning Vision, all lowercase, all one word. Or my personal IG, which is Ahmad Johnson 98. And you can find me anywhere and everywhere that they have podcasts.
Okay, for sure. Nice. Now, Doug.
Yep. You can find me on Instagram at The Young Jones. You can also find me on Twitter or X at Capri_Sun, SON. And you can find our show socials on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, all at Midway Avenue Productions.
All right. And y'all can find me at twitch.tv/the OG Cuban Rican. I started streaming again, playing some games with my friends and playing a horror game. I am going very slowly in Alien Isolation. It's a great game. But yeah, you can watch me scream my fucking head off in different ways there. All right. Thank you for joining us on this journey through our thoughts, opinions, views, and mad ramblings. We're very glad to be back. I'm very glad to be here with all these guys. It's always a fun time when we can get together and do this. And the fact that the listeners, you people want to come and listen to us is always such a treat, and something that we thoroughly love. This is something we always look forward to. Not just a reason to get together, but to also just be able to share our love for movies and TV shows, and to be ourselves while we do it. There's a lot of people. There's some people out there that don't want us to move forward with this, but no matter what, we're gonna keep pushing forward. We're gonna keep doing. We're gonna keep doing us, and we're gonna try and make this as entertaining as possible for all the listeners. So thank you so much. We love you guys. Please stay safe. Please follow these guys, and we will see you next week. Have a good day, afternoon, and night.